Myself, Mr. Mate H.T., Department of Botany, RBNB College, Sri Rampur. Today, we are going to study T.Y.B.Sc Botany, paper first, that is BO 331 Cryptogamic Botany. And from this paper, topic number 4, that is the fungi. And the point is economic importance of the fungi. There are different types of the economic importance of the fungi in our day-to-day life. So from this, some economic importance are here. From this, the number 1, antibiotics from the fungi. Now there are different types of the fungi. They prepare different types of the antibiotics. For example, penicillin is extracted from the Penicillium notatum from the Alexander Fleming. Now there is another antibiotic, that is a griseofulvin. It is extracted from the fungus Penicillium griseofulvum. Now the next economic important, that is the preparation of organic acids. There are the different types of the organic acids, but from this, the citric and gluconic acid is extracted from the Aspergillus niger species. Then fumaric and lactic acid, they are extracted from the Rhizopus stolonifer. The third economic importance, that is the fungi and alcoholic fermentation. Now it is extracted from the Saccharomyces. Here the ethanol or the acid alcohol is extracted from the fungus Saccharomyces, and industrially it is a very important fungus, that is the Saccharomyces. It is also called as the yeast, or it is also called as the baking and brewing industries yeast. Now next, that is the fungi and enzyme. Now the amylase enzyme is extracted from the Aspergillus niger, and another enzyme, that is the invertase enzyme, is also extracted from the yeast, which is called as the Saccharomyces. Now fungi and vitamin. Now there are different types of the vitamins also. For example, vitamin B complex is extracted from the Saccharomyces. Next, that is the fungi and hormone. The most important growth regulator called as the growth hormone, that is the gibberellic acid. It is extracted from the fungi Gibberella fujicoroi. And last, there are number of the fungi. For example, mushroom. They are edible, and they are important for, they are the good source of protein and different types of the vitamin. So the next point, that is the cell structure in the fungi. Now the fungi shows the typical eukaryotic type of the cell. This is the cell wall and the plasma lemma. They are the outer bodies, outer layers, and they give the shape and size to the fungal cell. So this is the nucleus. The nucleus has the nuclear membrane. So it is called as the eukaryotic cell, in which there is the genetic material is there. Now there are number of the vacuoles. Now this is the mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of the cell. These are the vesicles. Food material is there. Generally, cell wall is formed by the chitin. This is the plasma lemma inside the cell wall. Mitochondria. This is the vacuole. So this is the diagrammatic representation of the typical fungal cell. It is a eukaryotic in type. That means it has a nucleus at the center, and the nucleus has the nuclear layers. That is it has an outer and inner layer. Now externally it is bounded by a cell wall. Generally in fungi, the cell wall is formed from the cellulose, and that cellulose in fungi is called as the chitin, and other contents are also there. Inside this there is another layer which is called as the plasma lemma. Generally this plasma lemma controls the transport in and out of the cell. Inside this there is the cytoplasm, and at the center there is the one or number of nuclei, and these nuclei are according to the species. Now there are different types of the cell organelles are there. For example, microbodies are there, vesicle is there, mitochondria is there, vacuole is there, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes are also there. So there are different types of cell organelles are present in the cell. Now at the center there is the nucleus, and a number of vacuoles are also present, and these vacuoles, their number, their size is depend on the species. And each cell of the fungus shows the food material. This food material is also a typical type, and it is generally in the form of a glycogen and lipid. So this is the general idea of the cell of the fungus. So the next point, that is the classification of a fungi according to the Alexopoulos in 1979. The Alexopoulos added all the fungi in a kingdom, in a single kingdom, that is the mycete. And this mycete is divided into the 3 divisions. These 3 divisions are again subdivided into the 8 subdivisions. And these 8 subdivisions into 11 classes, 11 classes into 1 form class, and 11 subclasses, and finally the 3 form subclasses. And all of this classification, this complete classification is based on the different types of the morphological and biochemical characters. And these characters are like this. Number 1, type of nutrition. There are number of fungi. They are saprophytic, parasitic, or sometimes symbiotic also. So this is the important point for preparation of the classification. Now second, that is the type of flagella. In the fungi, generally in lower fungi, there are different types of the flagella are found. For example, heterocont flagella, isocont flagella, whiplash flagella, tinsel flagella. So this is also the important character for the classification. Third, that is the structure of a fungi. Now the fungi shows the different types of the shape and size. For example, Saccharomyces, it is a single celled fungus, and there are number of multicellular fungi are also. Filamentous fungi are also there. The next, fungal cell wall content. Now generally the fungal cell wall is contained by the cellulose, and that cellulose is called as the chitin, and other contents are also there. Now next, that is the type of reproduction. Now fungi shows all the 3 types of the reproduction, that is the vegetative, asexual and sexual, and again these 3 types are subdivided into other types also. Now type of life cycle. In fungi there are generally the 3 types of the life cycle, that is the sexual, non-sexual and parasexual. And the last character, that is the nuclear division. Now fungi shows the mitosis and meiosis type of a nuclear fungus. Now the details of the classification are as follows. Now this is the complete classification of the Alexopoulos. He had prepared in 1979 with his co-workers, for example, Mims, etc. Now there is the kingdom mycete. That means all the fungi are included into a one kingdom, and that kingdom is called as the mycete. And this kingdom mycete is divided into 3 divisions. And these 3 divisions are Gymnomycota, Mastigomycotina, and third, that is the Amastigomycotina. Now from this division number 1, that is the Gymnomycota, is again divided into subdivisions, and these are the 2 subdivisions. From this number 1, that is the Acrasiogymnomycotina, and second subdivision, that is the Plasmodiogymnomycotina. Now from this number 1 subdivision, that is the Acrasiomycotina, is divided into a single class only, and that class is the Acrasiomycetes. So in this division there is only one class, that is the Acrasiomycetes, while Plasmodiogymnomycota is divided into the 2 classes. These 2 classes are Protosteliomycetes and Myxomycetes. Now this Myxomycetes is again divided into the 3 subclasses. These subclasses are Myxomycetidae, second Myxogastromycetidae, and third, that is the Stemanichomycetidae. Now the second division, that means this Mastigomycotina, is divided into 2 subdivisions. From this number 1, haplomasticomycotina, and second, that is the diplomasticomycotina. Now this haplomasticomycotina is divided into three classes. These three classes are chytridiomycetes, hypocytridiomycetes, and third, plasmodiophoromycetes. While the second subdivision, that is the diplomycotina, is divided into only one class, and that class is the oomycetes. While the third division, that is the masticomycotina, is subdivided into four subdivisions, and these four subdivisions are: number 1, zygomycotina; number 2, ascomycotina; number 3, basidiomycotina; and number 4, deuteromycotina. Now from these four subdivisions, number 1, that is zygomycotina, is again divided into two classes. Now these two classes are zygomycetes and trichomycetes. While second subdivision, ascomycotina, has only one class, and that class is ascomycetes. While this class is divided into 5 different types of the subclasses, and these 5 subclasses are Hemiascomycetidae, second, Plectomycetidae, number 3, Hymenascomycetidae, number 4, Labeloneomycetidae, and fifth, that is Loculoascomycetidae. While subdivision number 3, that is the Basidiomycotina, has only one class, and that class is Basidiomycetes. But this Basidiomycetes is divided into 3 subclasses, and these 3 subclasses are Holobasidiomycetidae, second, Phragmobasidiomycetidae, and third, Teleomycetidae. While the fourth subdivision, that is the Deuteromycotina, is divided into one form class, that is Deuteromycetes, and this Deuteromycetes is again divided into 3 form subclasses, and these 3 form subclasses are Basidiomycetidae, second, Coleomycetidae, and third, Hypenomycetidae. Thank you.